everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie, Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Thank you for joining me. I forgot to say I'm from Clovis, California. I tried to put that on there because I get asked a lot, so I try to say it if I remember. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. I have been gone for a little while. Let me show you what I have been busy doing. My granddaughter from Oregon came to visit. Grayson and Brewer, of course, live here locally, and so we spent a lot of time with the grandkids, and my daughter and my son-in-law were here, and we just had a really good visit. So last you heard, our air conditioning had gone out, and we got a new air conditioner, and then they came and fixed my ceiling, so it looks like brand new, so that's good. Because we have a 4-bedroom home, but the one room in the front is it has like glass French doors, and it's more like my husband's office, but it has a lazy boy couch in there that folds into a bed. So my granddaughter was going to stay there, and then we bring the motorhome over, and my daughter they stay out in the motorhome, and they like that because it's, you know, they could go to sleep early because they normally get up really, really early for work. So they're a little on an earlier schedule than us. And so they like to go out, go to sleep, whatever out there. The air's on, the whole bit. The air conditioner went out on the motorhome the second night. So they came back in the house, took the bed that my granddaughter was on. The granddaughter went to the couch because my craft room is 2 bedrooms connected. When we decided to do this, we said we don't get a lot of company other than our kids, and they'll just have to, you know, suck it up and figure it out. But day to day, this works out perfect for us. Anyway, it all worked out. We had a good time, but my son and my daughter-in-law and the 2 boys were going to be taking the motorhome on Saturday to Washington to go see her family. So luckily we got it in, got it fixed, got it back Friday morning. So it's been crazy. Not only that, quick story, my husband came in the other day and said, "You're not going to believe what's going on in the garage." Our swamp cooler, he's got a big rolling swamp cooler for his garage when he's working out there. He brought it in the house when our air conditioning went out. So he took it back out there, and they were using it the other day when they were playing pool. It sprung a leak in the hose. And so the hose was shooting up to our ceiling that is textured and taped and sheetrock, whatever. So that started falling apart, and our side door in our house expanded. The door expanded because it absorbed the water. So my vacation of a week off has been quite challenging. Mostly stuff my husband had to deal with, but anyway, it was kind of crazy, but it's okay. Today I went out and floated in my pool. I said, today's the first day that I'm going in the pool, so don't bother me. So anyway, but we made it through everything, and he's dealing with the door and all that good stuff, and I got the paper share out. So if you did the 2-tone paper share, it went out, today is Sunday, it went out yesterday morning, so it is gone. So yay for that. So that's all good and done. My room's a little bit cleaner than it was because I had to move things around for them to fix the ceiling. So I'm feeling quite accomplished with being gone so much. I did get some stuff done. Hope it can be fixed without costing a fortune. It is a swamp cooler, which is his baby out in the garage. So when he's working, it cools off. So I don't know that that's on the top of his list to fix. The wall and the door it'll be fine. So that's okay. It was an eventful time. The kids had a great time, and our air conditioning in the house worked, and so that is what was important for us. Yay. It's only 90 degrees here today, but our neighbors just got a pool put in. They've been putting it in. I think I've mentioned that. They finally got to fill it up yesterday. They're a young couple. He is just out of the Marines not long ago. He's a physical therapist, and she works in real estate of some kind. I think a loan officer maybe, and they have a little girl, same age as Grayson. And anyway, we went and got them one of those Big Joe floats like I have, and took one over to them and said it's a must-have. Happy pool warming, and they showed us the pool and stuff. It was really nice. So hot here. You don't even want to get in the pool. Deborah, I feel ya. Sometimes it's nice. There's a certain time that you could go get in the pool, and either it's too hot and sunny, or the shade is completely over the pool. It just kind of depends on the weather outside, but ours is pretty good. If we go later in the afternoon, it's pretty shady. My son, however, took a bunch of trees out of his yard because he needed the sun, because his pool is a lot colder. It's white, where ours is darker. Anyway, lots of stuff going on. But today I wanted to do a card that showed two-tone stamping, or two-tone paper, and kind of one of my thoughts on using it, which I know a lot of people have seen it, but I just wanted to show you how I used it, and it's a lot of fun. But first, this Wednesday is bingo. On my Facebook page, I believe I showed the kits, so you could get a little sneak peek of the kits. I think I have 7 kits left, maybe. So if you're interested, here's the information. It is this Wednesday night at 5 o'clock. It is only $40. 4 winners will get $100 shopping spree on my page, and they get to, you need to send me the order, and I'll go through all that stuff at the beginning. We do have some new people again, so I will go over that at the beginning. Don't worry, you will not receive your kits before bingo. So don't think it's too late. You're not going to get your kits on time. You do not get your kits ahead of time, and I'll explain all of that the night of bingo. Somebody said, nice top. Thank you very much. It's nice and comfy, but not t-shirty. It is t-shirt, but I like when it's got cute little sleeves. It makes it look like it's not just a t-shirt, but it is. So it's really comfy. Hi, Carol. So that is bingo. So the pair class, which I cannot express enough how cute this class is going to be. I'm so excited. You will get 6 projects. So I put 4 plus because I couldn't stop. So you're going to get 6 projects in this kit. And so many cute things. I've got some fancy folds. I've got some glimmer paper. I've got lots of embellishments. You're going to get a whole package of embellishments. You are going to have some hands-on stuff. So the PDF is 99% done. The projects are all done and packaged. I just have to do my video, which my plan is this week. As long as we don't have any leaks or anything going out, we'll be good. So the pair class is, I asked about hands-on, how people felt about hands-on versus not. Bingo is a different story. There's not really a lot of hands-on, meaning you're going to be doing a lot of your own stuff other than a little bit of stamping for your sentiment, or maybe some flowers or an image or whatever, because I can't do that. But I try to provide bingo as much as possible to be the die cuts. And I will tell you, it's a little difficult sometimes because, for example, the safari set, I need to look at it a little closer because just first glance, it's stamping. You have to stamp with your image and then die cut, and then you can put your card together. The tractor, I can do tractor just with the tractor die cuts, but there's the option of doing the tractor with the stamping, which is going to give you a different look. So I kind of have to pick and choose my thoughts on what I'm using for bingo, because a lot of it, like something specific like those, I'm not assuming you have the set. So I'm trying to make it as simple as I can for you. Although I may come across a set where I could have a fancy fold and maybe some certain die cuts, maybe shapes or something. And then I'll tell you, choose a flower out of your stash, or choose some leaves, or, you know, whatever. if it's something that needs to be stamped. But I try to stay away with that as much as possible because I don't want to assume you have anything that would work, which for the most part you probably do. Is there any way I can take part in the pair class, please? Yes. Actually, all of my classes recently, I have offered in the class, you could purchase the PDF and video link only. So I was able to upgrade my blog to where when I offer my classes, you can get it with purchasing the suite or the bundle or whatever and get the class free. You're going to purchase it, but you're going to purchase the set from me. I mean, there's a couple different things on how to get it free. Then you're just purchasing the class. Then you can purchase the PDF and video link only. So my last probably 6 classes or so, if you go where you would go where bingo is at the top of my page to shop my classes and that type of thing, hover over it and then scroll down to where it says PDF and bingo only. That's where the older ones are. But the newer ones, there is an option for the PDF and video link. And I will email that to you as soon as I have it done. If you want to wait until I get the video done this week, then I add them to the purchase link and then it comes in your email. You'll get it in your email on your receipt. You'll see the video link and the PDF link. So I hope that makes sense. So those will all be there. Oh, you're welcome. So the pair class is going to be going out hopefully by, I'm going to say next Monday. Fingers crossed earlier. I just have to do the video. And I'm not going to do it on the same day I do a video. I did that twice and that is a lot. So I'm not going to do that. There was something else I was just telling you guys and I don't remember. Anyway, so the pair class is a lot of stuff, a lot of goodies. So that is available now and will be going out. July bingo I talked about. The flat rate box, I am still doing that. Yes, it says 1st through the 15th, but just because I forgot to update the picture. I have more stuff that I added into boxes at the end of last week, and I still have a few of the original ones. That pile you see, I have a duplicate pile. Those are gone, but I still have another pile like that. So if you are interested in that, put a purchase in of $100 or more before shipping and taxes. It cannot include your class product. So meaning with the pair, if you purchase the pair suite, you get the class for free. That cannot be included in your $100 because that's like a double dip. Hope that makes sense. Now, if you go above and over and you have that plus the $100, then yes, of course, that would count. I am working on another class. It's going to be the Sunrise Sailing class. So if you're thinking of purchasing it, but you'd like to do the class, hold off. I'm going to get that posted this week. And I've already got 4 cards done in that. So I just have a few more to figure out what I'm going to do. And then, but I will get that posted this week, if not before bingo night. So yay, that is all and so much stuff to give you. So let's just start crafting. Yay. So here is the card. Here was the card that we're going to create. I wanted to use something. I've been wanting to use this set, but I also wanted to use the two-tone paper. I know I told you guys I was getting a new camera. I have not put it up yet because, you know, life is crazy. I do have the measurements. I will be giving you that. So I have some stuff here we're going to start out with. I'm just going to take everything out because it's kind of crazy right here. I just kind of stuffed it in there. So I will give you the measurements. Of course, my white piece on the inside is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to give you a screenshot soon, so don't worry. We're going to put that on here. So let me grab my adhesive and my glasses. All right, so I want the flowers to show because that's what I used for the front. So we're just going to add that right here. And now I happen to have had this strip here from cutting paper down, so I'm just going to add that there just because I can. I have it. So I don't really get crazy about the size I'm using. As long as it looks about 1/4 to 1/8, whatever, then that's fine. I'll use that. I'll spread that a little. But this one's a little bigger, which is good because I wanted it a little bit bigger in the front. So we're going to use that. Notice I'm doing the white first, and then I'm going to adhere it onto the paper. Too much glue right there. All right, so let's cut this. All right, now we're going to use that for the front. I still have a little glue right here, so I like to just take my pokey tool and wipe that off. All right. I had so much fun with the grandkids, but let me tell you, even my daughter was here and we were watching Little Brewer, who is just the sweetest baby, and he's really good, but whew, he is a busy boy. He is not necessarily crawling, he's low crawling. He's pulling himself. He can crawl on his arms, but not on his knees yet. So he kind of drags his legs behind him. He's just turned 8 months. And when he left, my daughter was like, oh man, that's a lot of work. I know. And it's funny because I remember my mom saying, oh yeah, I can't do little kids anymore. And this is when she was much older than I am. And not that I would ever not be able to do kids anymore, but I kind of get what she meant. Like, it's a lot. It makes you tired, and you're chasing them, and you're picking them up. And so guess what Ani bought? Ani bought a walker. It will be here today. So it will be here ready for him. And I also bought him a little folding chair with a tray. So that's kind of what's going to be my high chair, because they grow out of high chairs so fast. But this is just like a pop-up little chair that has a tray. So I'm like, oh, I think he could use that for a while. All right, so cloud cover is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. The white is 4 by 5 1/4. This is 3/4 by 4, and this is whatever I've got, which looks like a 1/2 inch by 4. We're going to take the same cloud cover, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Now it depends on how much I want to see, and I really think the paper is like my main focus is just all of this really. So I didn't want to make this too much smaller because I really want to see more of the paper. So we're going to go with this. And I will not give you the measurements on this until I show you the screen because I'm not quite sure. All right, so we're going to put that there. Let me show. I'll show you now so I don't forget. So there's the card base, the cloud cover panel, which we already talked about, same as the inside. The floral DSP, which I'm putting on now, is 2 1/4 by 4. The two-tone Secret C piece is 3 by 4. And then I told you what the inside was. So there are the measurements for you. Hi, Tashana, how are you? So we're going to go ahead and add this. And when I add 2 different pieces, I basically add this on as if it is the full sheet of the size I want. So I'm going to put this here. And so let's glance back at this real quick. So this is by 4, okay? 2 1/4 by 4. So when you're putting this on, you want to make sure you're not doing it as though it is 4 3 or 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So think about that at the top. So you're going to come down just a little more than normal. Okay, not a whole lot because remember this is smaller. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So we want to just give ourselves a little bit because we want a little bit back down here. The problem, or not the problem, the good thing is down at the bottom, you can adjust it and overlap some, so it's not a big deal. But first we are going to take our two-tone paper and we are going to emboss it. And I decided to use the plaid. So Plaid Forever, or Forever Plaid 3D. And I like to make sure it's straight, so I'm going to put it right along that line here at the bottom. So I go to the line, and then I look like this one's barely over, that one's over a little more, so I'm going to slide it over. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of like it to be a little even. So I'm just going to close that, and I'm going to run that through my embossing machine real fast. All right, so here we have our paper. Now what I really love about this is it looks like DSP. So when you pull this off, okay, so we have our plaid. And then what I'm gonna do is I like to bring in my paper so I get all my little, oh, there goes my kitty. I get all of my little sandpaper stuff off the paper onto here so I can just put it in the trash. So I bought this off of Amazon, and we've talked about it before. And I'm just going to, I want a decent amount. Oh, look at what I did. I forgot, I used this side. So this is the side I put in up, which has the bigger pieces. But I decided that I wanted to use the little pieces here, right? So I'm going to go, and I'm going to go through here because I liked the little lines better, like I did on this one. So I'm going to go through here. Just keep going around. I don't want to go too much on too many spots. But I want to make sure I get them all. Now on here you'll notice the little four corners, I got it too. So I'm going to go in a little bit because I do want to kind of rough it up. So I go in with the corner and just kind of give it a little bit more. And just kind of rough it up just a bit more. So it's whatever look you want. I like this distressed look, so it's kind of whatever you choose. All right, there we go. All right, let's see what that looks like. And I think that is fine. And you can keep going, you can do more, less, whatever you want. I just kind of tap that off, and then I put this over here to the trash. And I actually do take a tissue and wipe it off, just so I make sure I don't get anything else everywhere. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna bring this back in, and we're gonna add this on here. So I do it from the bottom. This one looks nice and even, so I'm going to turn it and do this one from the bottom. And then that will overlap, but we're going to add that little piece of paper across that. So I'm going to move this off. We're going to go ahead and use seal and then use liquid too, just so I want it to stick quick and fast for the video with the seal, but I definitely want to use my glue here. I'm even going to do a little here because I didn't go close enough. That's good enough. And then we'll bring this in. Oops, wrong way. I want to do it this way. It just looks cleaner at the bottom. All right, and then you want to make sure that it's matching up with your paper. So make sure your measurement is here is good, but you have your match also. So that is all lined up. All right, now you have this little blue strip that we had left over, right? And we're going to put that on here. Now, because this is two different pieces, you could not add this on here and have it cut. So we're going to have to just hand cut that. So I'm going to do it with some glue. And put that on. I don't go to the end because we're going to cut that. And then what I like to do is take this off and I just line it up so that you have your straight line here. And then I'm just going to go right to the line above the solid one because that goes right about over. Okay, so we're going to go straight across right there so that it's nice and straight. Now this is the tricky part, is I angle my scissors in just a tiny bit. So I go like this and then I turn them just a tiny bit. You don't want too much. It's better that you cut again than cut too short. Also, you can slide it over if you use liquid just a tiny bit so that it still looks even enough to where you don't have to cut the edges too small or too short or whatever. So we're going to do that, and let's go ahead and add this to the front. We're going to just put this on. Whenever I do this, I'm more concerned with the right side and the top and bottom. The left side usually falls in just right if you focus on the other three sides. All right, now we're going to do some stamping, and I do have this cut out already, and this is from Paper Tags. And so we have this nice big scalloped one. And then we have this one here, which is going to be the one we're going to stamp. And then we've got some other little ones and some ones that you could add little holes to or tags. And this actually hugs that. If you remember my unboxing, I showed that. So this is with the cloud cover. We're going to use that. And I am going to use my Stamparatus. So use whatever stamping platform you have. So I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to use this one right here because I like to stamp over here. I don't like to stamp too close over there because you're getting too close to here when you're inking up your stamp, and it becomes kind of a pain. So I'll show you. We're going to take this and I'm going to stamp it right here. Okay. So that's good. And anything large and solid like that, I like to do it, I'm going to put that here. I like to do it with a Stamparatus because it's just easier where you can re-stamp, and that way you can get a good image. All right. All right, so so there's one, and you can see a little bit of white in it, which is why I like to do it again. All right, so now you see it's a nice bold image. Now we're going to take this off and we're going to flip it over. And this is what I do if I'm doing multiple, if I'm doing mass production, is I will just use the paper that I have and do two of them because it's much easier to do it that way. We're going to clean this off. So if I through my wipe. We don't want blue. Have you guys decided which is your favorite color in the new in colors? All right. That looks good. Now we're going to switch these two out. And we're going to use Strawberry Slush to add our pop of color. Okay, so now I'm focusing on the Your Day part. So I don't really have to do the whole thing over again. I just really need this part. Now you could cut that center part out. See, I still have a white spot right there. You could cut that center spot out and then still use the rest of it for something and pop another color on or whatever. Okay, that looks good. But look how also it's lighter here and then it gets darker, so that's kind of cool. You could do that too if you wanted. All right, so we have Secret Sea and Strawberry Slush. Oh yes, Secret Sea. Yeah, Secret Sea. I love the Secret Sea. Strawberry Slush, but I also love the cloud cover, like the ribbon and the papers and everything. I did get one of the stamps. The ink pads, it actually matches pretty well, but I don't know how long that's going to last because, you know, they've had issues. And I haven't tried it in a little bit, but it actually was working pretty well. Okay, so I can take this off now. Don't need that anymore. So I'll put that back in here. But look how pretty these stamps are that go with those dies. I mean, I can see this one at Christmas time. Look at how pretty that is. Really, really pretty. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to die cut that one out. So let's get this one. And I'm going to die cut it. Now, what I found the secret is look at the heart in the middle. You want white all the way around. And then you want a little bit of white all the way around your image. But looking at the heart really helps you, because that's what's going to stand out the most if it is not centered in with the heart. All right, so we want the blue, the Secret Sea one. Oh, I gotta fix my sandwich over here is still set for embossing, so give me 1 second. Well, now that I juggled it all around, hopefully it stayed lined up because I didn't look at it. Yay me. It's all right, it'll work. Yep, that looks good. Okay. All right, now we're going to take our Your Day. Oh, you know what I did? Let me back that up. I took this little piece right here, and you want to make sure that it curves with your Day, okay? So it goes down like that. And I started fussy cutting it before too, and I was like, wait a minute. So we're just going to go like that and die cut that. All right, so we have our Your Day die cut. And now what I did is I just go around and I'm going to cut that little piece off right there. And I'm going to cut this little piece off. And the white lines, don't even worry that they're not exact, because that just goes with how the image is, and it just does not die cut it perfectly like that. And so you're just going to bring all those out and just kind of cut along. Okay, I probably could have moved it to the right a little bit, but that's okay. See, this one was a little more to the right, but you can still see the white here, but not here. It's just, that's the way it is. So we're going to pop that on there. So we're going to put that like this. And that one like this. All right, so there's that. I'm going to go in a little bit there and then on the edges there. We're going to pop that up on our cloud cover. Notice that your tag here and the background tag both have holes in it. Okay, this one does not have a slit, this one does. So if you wanted to add a slit, you probably could, but I'm going to put that right about where the heart goes, and then I'm going to move the bottom to the left just a little. My head's probably in the way so I could see this. Okay, so I'm just kind of making sure my spacing looks good. All right, then we're going to take our cloud cover ribbon, which I really love. I really like this new ribbon. And we're going to leave it attached while we are figuring out our bow. And what I did is I brought it right up to this first indentation right here, and I'm going to add my bow right there. This is the hard part for my old hand here. And then we're going to pull a bow. See, now we have room to kind of play because we left the ribbon attached, right? I'm going to pull that and pull that back, pull that back, and then just get it to where you get the bow where you want it. Fix that right there. And I want it a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, there we go. That's good. So I'm just gonna there we go, our pretty bow. Now we'll bring this in, and I used glue because we're going to be gluing on top of this. All right, and I'm going to put a little bit right there. And what I did is I focused on the Your Day part and kind of put it towards the middle right there, because this is our whole main focus on this card. So I'm going to hold that down while I'm finding my gems here that we're going to use. And we're going to pull in our cloud cover. And I did a large one right here with our small up here, and then I took a medium one and I'm going to put it right over here, right there. That is it. Quick and simple. I love how DSP really makes the whole card. I mean, look at this. We have one thing here. We didn't have to use flowers and leaves and all that. Now, you could always add some on if you wanted to, but I really liked showcasing the paper and definitely the two-tone, which is what I really liked, is adding that. It just gives it a little bit of a different look. And it was just a really fun and simple, fast card Now, if you wanted to with this, instead of using the die cut, you could have taken your scissors in and just gotten that piece out, and then you could always do another one and add it on top if you wanted to do maybe a secret C and put it on top of here. So you can change that up, make that look a little bit different. I'm glad you guys like it. It was really fun. Can you imagine doing these with all the colors? You could take all of the new in colors or any color, whatever your favorite colors are, and just add a pop of a color and make everything else just kind of a subtle color that matches everything. And then give it that little pop of color for something else. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to give you the measurements again. Super simple. And use whatever little piece in the middle. You could even use another strip of the DSP for that little center strip. They've got those really cool watercolor looking stripes, would be really cool to add. So there's a lot of different, you could even add a little strawberry slush little strip right there too, just to add that other, you know, extra little color across right here too if you wanted to. So anyway, super cute card, simple, but really shows off the two-tone paper, one of the options to use. It's really cool to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the card. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me after this long week of vacation. And I will see you Wednesday night for bingo. Don't forget to sign up. There's a link below, and you could win a $100 shopping spree. And we always have a lot of fun. Next month, I'm trying to decide if it's going to be August or September, but I'm looking at Christmas bingo. So I think I should be able to have everything to do a Christmas bingo for August. But we get our stuff at the beginning of the month, the pre-order. So I just have to think about that. I do have an idea and one thing already created. So, because we do have a few holiday items already and things that can be turned into a holiday item. So, I'm really excited about that. So anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. The digital new catalog will be coming out on the 30th. Yay. And so we'll get to see it and have a better idea of what our holidays are going to look like. See you guys Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week. And see you then. Bye, everybody.